I am bringing to the stage a hilarious lady. She has played the Riviera in Las Vegas. New York Post called her one of the funniest people in America. She has CDs on iTunes. She's wonderful and brilliant, and she's also the author of The Tao of Comedy. The hilarious and lovely Bobbie.
Great idea. I'm gonna do that for every show. What's up, y'all? Thanks for coming. Give it up for Sally. I'm in a really good mood because I just celebrated an anniversary. I have been with my husband for 25 years. I just want to see where it goes before I commit to anything. We've been together for 25 years, which means I have had 24 shitty Valentine's Days. So I'm a good wife. I was like, hey honey, I've got an idea. Do you want to have a three-way for our anniversary? He said, you're belly dancing teacher. Okay. Clearly you thought about this already. And so I told my belly dancing teacher. I was like, I don't know if you're going to be offended, if you're going to think it's funny. And she said, well, my job as a belly dancer is to appear to be a sexual being to everyone in the room. She said, so by you telling me that, it proves to me that I've done my job. I was like, oh my God, that is awesome. But you still didn't answer the question about the three-way. We haven't gotten him anything yet. We have completely different sex drives. Any couples in here? Same sex drive, different. Like, I want to have sex twice a day. Right? And he doesn't. So I think we should compromise and have sex twice a day. Because I'm a team player. No, I mean, honestly, y'all, I make fun of him, but I'd rather be in a cardboard box with him than be in a mansion without him. I just hope that box has a pool boy. Don't really need the pool. So at like 3 o'clock the other morning, that movie Ghost came on. Do you know what I'm talking about? With Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. And it was the romantic scene. You know, the pottery scene. Like she's making the pot. And he comes up behind her and embraces her. And the pot collapses. And the music's playing. And I'm thinking, man, you can so tell from that scene that they're newlyweds. Right? Because if they've been married a long time, she'd be like, what the fuck? I'm trying to make a pie. You always do this. Pottery is me time. Speaking of that romantic, you guys know that song, You Are So Beautiful to Me? Yeah. You are so beautiful to me. Man, I was listening to that, I was thinking, oh, I bet the woman that song was written for really gave him shit about the to me part. She's like, seriously, to me? You have to put a qualifier on that shit? He's like, I don't care what anybody else says, baby. You're beautiful to me. What was the first draft of that song? You were so ugly to everyone else. I'm just saying there was a fight. So, you guys know, like, when, you know, when someone's annoyed with you, but they don't really say anything, but you can, like, hear it in their voice? Well, that's what marriage is like. Married people laughing. And Chris and I are together. You know, we work together, so we're together all day, every day. All day, every day. All day, every day. So if anybody'd like to come over to my house, stab me in the eye with a fork, that'd be great. And I was like, honey, don't you get tired of just like seeing me all day, every day? Of just talking to just me all day, every day? Of fucking just me all day, every day? He's like, no, why? I'm like, nothing. Me either. But we do things apart sometimes, like recently Chris went to the movies without me because I did not want to see Gravity. But I did want to see the house without him for 2 hours. It was awesome. I give it 5 stars. So recently Chris went to the grocery store and he came back and he had bought me 4 of the same kind of lean cuisine. 4 of the same kind. Not my favorite kind, just a kind. Just a kind. And I don't know, I guess he figured if I could put up with the same dick for 25 years, I must not like variety. We've been together since we were 19 and we're 45. Just let that soak in. Okay? Being with somebody that long is like watching the invention of smartphones and you can't even touch one. You're just like, oh, is that an iPhone? Oh, that's shiny. I wish I could touch that. Or lick it. So now, whenever I want Chris to pay attention to me, what I do is I take off all my clothes and I cover my naked body with kung fu movies and early 80s punk albums. It is on. So I'm infertile. Yeah, it's sad. I can't have a baby, so I can't, you know, I'm never going to be like any of my other friends and have my very own abortion. So I told Chris we should adopt a baby so I can get some baby jokes. And he said we should adopt a gerbil because they're funnier. He really did say that. And I was like, okay, I'm bored. This year, we're either going to adopt a baby or we're going to start swinging. And he chose swinging. Yeah. But it was just barely. Like, he just barely chose swinging. Like, I was like, I don't know, a baby, sex with other people. What's less awkward? So we're swinging now. And I said, okay, well, who are we going to have sex with? He was like, just go find some people. I was like, why do I have to be the one to find the people for us to swing with? He goes, because it's your hobby. You don't see me sitting in the store for toy trains, do you? I was like, you don't collect trains. He was like, that's the only hobby I could think of. So we're swinging. We watch a lot of documentaries because we're married. And Chris makes me. Do y'all watch documentaries? Yeah. Do you watch Ken Burns documentaries? Yeah. Here's the cool thing about Ken Burns documentaries. They're in real time. The documentary on the Civil War lasted 3 hours longer than the war. It's like, I surrender, Jesus Christ. And one night he was like, hey honey, you want to watch a documentary tonight about burrows? I'm like, really? It's come to this. That's what we do now. We sit around the house on Saturday nights and watch documentaries about donkeys. He was like, no, William S. Burroughs. It's like, oh, that's worse. They ain't got one on donkeys. And we watched a documentary about the music scene in Laurel Canyon in the 60s. And here's what I learned from that, y'all. It said that Jim Morrison was a gentle soul. Seriously, it said when he wasn't setting his girlfriend on fire, he was a gentle soul. Much like the Dalai Lama. Or Ike Turner. Seriously, who you gotta set on fire to not become a gentle soul? A man? We also saw this horrible documentary on cosmetics testing on animals. Yeah, we should not be doing these tests on animals, right? Y'all don't give a shit about animals. We should be doing these tests on serial killers. Like, think about it. We gotta spend all this money keeping Charles Manson in prison for the rest of his life. We couldn't stop by every now and then put a little shampoo in his eye. Tell him it's all part of Helter Skelter. Note to self, bigger font next time. So, do you guys want to hear the story about how I tried to stab Chris one time? Yeah. Like, who would say no to that? Well, all right, so one time I threw a knife at him, like you do when you first get married. And what happened was, I was loading the dishwasher and he was being a little shit, you know? And I was like, you know, I have a knife in my hand, seriously, shut the fuck up. And he was like, he did this number or whatever. And so I threw the knife at him. I was just going to throw it like toward his feet to, you know, not to hurt him, but to, you know, make a point. And what it did is it landed in the dog. Oh. Yes, I had the same reaction. It was a German Shepherd Chow mix. It landed in, her name is Janice, it landed sticking out of her. And so we forgot while we were fighting. And we were like, oh my God, so we rushed her to the hospital, and freaked out, there was blood everywhere, and the vet tech was like really suspicious. Ultimately, he was like, wait, what happened? I was like, I was loading the dishwasher, and she was at my feet, I dropped a knife. He was like, wait, how did that happen? And like, I thought he was going to call Dog Protective Services on me. And I was like, I just want to go, no, I swear to God, I was just trying to stab my husband. But I haven't stabbed him since. Right? That's like 20 years. I haven't stabbed him in 20 years. Have you guys seen the new Ancestry.com commercial? You can find relatives you didn't even know existed. Gee, because the ones I know about are so awesome. Have you ever been at a family gathering and been like, if only there were more of these assholes? If only I could find relatives I didn't even know existed. I just hope they can't find me on Ancestry.com. Like, that's my biggest fear. Hey, can somebody please tell my daddy that forwarding me racist emails is not the same thing as keeping in touch? Do you get those emails from your dad or from your relatives? Like, my dad goes back and forth between sending me like racist anti-Obama emails and racist cute kitten pictures. He's like, this would be so cute if it wasn't black. Good, you hate him too. Good, okay. And can somebody please tell my dad that you don't get to order all of your prescriptions from Canada? And complain about socialized health care? Because that's the same thing. Recently, my dad, does your family send you jokes? They send you horrible jokes? Okay. My daddy emailed me this joke, and the setup was, how do old men catch young chicks? And the punchline was, a taser. So my dad sent me a rape joke, y'all. My daddy's sending me rape jokes now. I was like, oh, this makes me long for the previous Obama's a socialized Muslim themed email. And so, like, I sent my daddy, I wrote a book, and it came out, and I sent my daddy a text, and I was like, hey, I wrote a book, and it came out. Nothing. No response. So I wrote the next day, I was like, hey, did you hear I wrote a book? It's on Amazon and Kindle. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Nothing. Oh. And I call him on the phone, and I'm like, did you get my messages that, like, I wrote a book and it came out? He goes, yeah. I didn't really feel the need to respond. I was like, okay. I'll call you from jail. Like, my family, seriously, they're all a bunch of, like, meth heads and high school dropouts and jailbirds, and I'm the disappointment. I'm the disappointment. You know why? Because I'm liberal. I swear to God, I'm the black sheep in a family of racist sheep. That's why I can't stand to hear people say, that's just how I was raised. That's how, I was raised to be a conservative Christian, homophobic, racist, but I turned out okay. Oh, but I finally figured out what to get my conservative Southern daddy for his birthday. Okay, finally figured it out. I let him know I never fucked a black guy. Because that's the gift that just keeps on giving. I actually told him that joke. He was very happy that I never fucked a black guy. I swear to God. I love Southerners. There's some Southerners in the room tonight. I love Southerners that I meet here in LA because we have this bond. It's like we were both in the Holocaust and we got out. Like we were in the war together. I'm like, which internment camp were you in? Oh, Alabama, that was bad. You have a tattoo. Harley. And my whole family thinks we're cursed. I swear to God, they're always like, the family curse, the family curse. I'm like, y'all, we're not the Kennedys. We just make really bad decisions. You're not cursed. Just get a GED. You're not. I recently found out that my daddy is for gay marriage. Wow. As long as the couple is of the same race. Because you gotta draw the line somewhere. He's like, I'm a racist rapist, but I'm not a homophobe. People are always like, gay people, it's one of my pet peeves when people always say, oh, gay people have it fine now. There's no struggle for gay people now. Gay people are accepted everywhere. Ellen hosted the Oscars. Okay, Ellen is accepted everywhere. Ellen and Portia are accepted everywhere. They're like, we're here. We're rich, white, blonde, and beautiful. Get used to it. Talk to me when Chaz Bono hosts the Oscars. They're not accepted. You heard about that gay athlete that just came out saying something, Sam? He came out and all the other players like losing their shit, like freaking out. And I was thinking, you know what? I kind of sympathize with those other players. I do. I really do. Because y'all, the locker room used to be a safe space for heterosexual rapists. So I've made it, y'all. I have a stalker. And I went to the LA County Courthouse and I found out that a restraining order is $400. $400, unless it's a domestic violence restraining order, then it's $50. So if I had fucked him, I would say $350. But if I had fucked him, let's face it, he would just go away. Stalking means easy though. It really is. I sleep till 11 o'clock. I only go to 2 places, the Comedy Club and the Pot Pharmacy. It's not hard to find me. Chris comes home at 2:30 every day from work. I'm still in bed. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, growing my Twitter presence. It's a good thing I'm a comedian. I'm supposed to like lay around and get high all day, eat cereal and masturbate because I am killing that. Killing that. So I have a new neighbor and he said, hey Bobbie, what's a good place to go hiking in LA? Do I look like I don't know, I got high in a canyon in Pasadena once. There were hikers there. And he went there and it turned out there's hiking there. So I've been spending a lot of time in Hollywood lately, and I was parking, a friend of mine walked me to my car, and it was like near this homeless encampment, and my friend was like, Bobbie, you probably shouldn't park near the shanty town. You probably shouldn't park near all the homeless people. That's not safe. I'm like, but I'm not scared of homeless people. They're just homeless. They're not criminals. Every guy who ever attacked me had a job. In a studio apartment. One day this guy on stage said, I don't give money to homeless people unless they entertain me. I was like, they're human beings. They're not down on their luck circus animals. And you better hope you're never in that position. Because you're not very entertaining. And actor, I don't know, there seems to be a lot of like grumpy people around Hollywood. Like you can get like right in front of somebody's face, hi, how are you? Nothing. They give you nothing. I'm like, actors, why are you so mad? You don't like the restaurant you work at? I'm not your shift manager. I was driving down Beverly one day and I saw this guy in a sob. And then I got a little closer to him and I realized he had a soul patch. I just wanted to go, dude, you don't need the soul patch and the sob. That's redundant. You're like a douchebag twice. I don't know how you guys drove here, but did you see the giant public storage building down the street? Like the biggest building in LA. It's like a Scientology, it's like the church of public storage. And they have a sign out front that said, our storage units are climate controlled. Y'all, there are people in the world that don't have clean drinking water. But at least our old yearbooks aren't hot. And the public storage in Eagle Rock has a scroll sign, and the person who's in charge of the scroll sign is a fucking idiot. And they're terrible with grammar, and they don't know how to use quotation marks. And this week, you might have seen this, this week, the sign says, don't be a victim. So if you guys hear about somebody taking a baseball bat to the public storage sign, it wasn't me. I'm so tired of these memes that are going around, these starlets. It's usually like Kate Hudson or Jennifer Lawrence, and they're like, I don't care what Hollywood says. I don't care what anybody else says. I'm going to eat what I want to eat, and I want to look how I want to look. Like, yeah. Thanks for keeping it real at a size 4. You're so brave. Did you guys hear that LA Fitness banned a transgender woman from the locker room? Did you hear about that? Oh yeah, you figured her out, LA Fitness. This woman's entire life has just been one big ruse to see some titties. You busted her. Hey, I know LA Fitness. Why don't you ban full frontal nudity in the locker room? How about that? Why don't you ban nudity in jacuzzi. Because that's just cooch soup. I should have called this album Cooch Soup. But I'm so tired of listening to comics go on stage and trash transgender people. I am so tired of it. I'm so tired of guys being like, oh yeah, this tranny woman, she like tricked me into her, or this, I got home and she had a dick. Okay. Just because you have to trick people into having sex with you doesn't mean that transgender people are tricking people into having sex with them. Okay, and who's tricking you into watching trans porn? And I am so tired of average-looking straight guys going on stage going, gay guys hit on me all the time. Gay guys, they hit on me all the time. Okay, no they don't. Have you seen you? Have you seen gay guys? You're safe. And I also really hate dead hooker jokes. I really hate dead hooker jokes. Every time I hear a dead hooker joke, it makes me just want to pay the person for sex and then kill them. They can be a punchline. If you spend a lot of time in comedy, you know, you start to wonder, like, how many of these guys, how many of these comics are like going home every night to like their dead mother in a rocking chair? My rape jokes were the best tonight, mother. I don't understand why I don't get laid. My rape jokes kill. So this person that I hadn't seen in a long time was like, hey, Bobbie, do you still do that midget porn joke? And I'm like, oh, no, see, I have a friend who's a little person, and she explained to me that that's the M word, and you don't say that, so I don't do that joke anymore. And he's like, well, why don't you just call it little person porn? I'm like, well, that doesn't really have the same ring to it. And he was like, why don't you just make it like a tranny hooker joke? I'm like, oh, so I have these friends and they're transgender, and it turns out you're not really supposed to say tranny, and transgender sex worker doesn't really fit. You know, and then I realized that's where all derogatory terms come from. They're catchy. Dude, that's it. Is it our fault that speak is a one-syllable word with a hard K? That's not our fault. I'm so tired of hearing also, oh, that girl sucked a dick for that gig. That girl sucked a dick to get that show. Okay, first of all, let's say I did suck a dick to get this gig. I still gotta be funny. Right? I still gotta keep the audience's attention. You can't suck every dick in the audience. And people are like, oh, Chelsea lately, she sucked a dick to get that show. Well, she still gotta have ratings. You can't suck every dick in America. Trust me. I tried. And you know what? I wish you could suck a dick to get famous. Are you kidding? I wish you could suck a dick to get famous. You know how easy sucking a dick is? It is so easy to suck a dick. It is so much easier than doing comedy for 25 years. If you could suck a dick to get famous, every woman you know would be famous. Every woman in the world would be famous, and 90% of straight guys. And you know what? I would love that, because I'm sucking dick now, but clearly it's the wrong dick. Just give me the list of the dicks to suck. I will suck the dick. Just give me that. Because that's simple. And you know what? If I get the list of dicks to suck, I'm going to email it to y'all. I'm not going to charge you $300 for it, or airline miles, or whatever. go suck a dick tonight. So I get really jealous of other people online. Anybody else? Yeah. Facebook and Twitter makes it look like everyone is doing great but you. I've been known to unfriend people because they got shows I wanted. Because they're like, oh, I'm doing this show coming up. Oh, I did the show, the pictures from the show, we got it. And then I realized I appear successful online. Yeah. I do. I wrote a book. I opened a studio. I appear successful. And as long as the people back home in Georgia still believe that bullshit, it is the only thing that matters. This guy came here and he goes, Bobbie, you got so much stuff going on. How did you manifest that? How did you manifest that book? I said, well, I didn't really manifest it as much as I wrote it. I just kind of sat at a computer for 3 years. He goes, how'd you manifest that studio? I'm like, I borrowed money from my dad. And I was very sure not to say, I'm going to manifest a profit. I really hate hipster comedy. Anybody else? People always heard how they hate hipsters, and yet they tolerate hipster comedy so much. And I don't understand that. I don't understand the idea that you're not supposed to write jokes. That you're just supposed to talk about your day. And they're always going on stage, you're like, yeah, I don't really have anything, you guys. Nothing really happened to me today, you guys. And then they go 2 minutes over time. I'm like, we got it, you didn't have anything. Shut the fuck up. And I hate how in LA, just like every coffee house manager is like the gatekeeper between you and a shitty show. Right? Like every barista wants to throw his weight around because he didn't go to college. You're like, yeah, I heard about your show. I was on ABC and New York Post called me the best comics in America. They're like, well, this is Coffee Bean. We're going to need to see a video. So I don't spend a lot of time with real people. I just hang around with a bunch of comedians. And so whenever I'm around real people, it's kind of like I don't know how to talk to them or act around them. And here's what I've discovered about real people, and no offense to real people. You don't really know how to edit a story. You're at a party and somebody's just going on and on and on. You just want to go, you're bombing at this party. Wrap it up, Judy. I was hanging around with a bunch of comedians after an open mic one night, and it was like me and 5 male comics. And it was just like being in a live diorama of the autism spectrum. Like the first one was a little awkward, and then all the way the 5th was reading from the encyclopedia. So I was in this, you know, I've been doing comedy a long time, and I was in this showcase a while back, and I was like, you know, Bobbie, this is great. You deserve this. You earn this. You're in this showcase. And then this girl comes up to me who's in the show, and she was like, I'm not even a comedian. I was discovered in a coffee shop. I was like, I'm going to be discovered in a pool of blood on the bathroom floor. So thanks for that. I went into my favorite coffee place, Swart Coffee, and the guy was like, oh my God, Bobbie, you just missed it. A comedian saved our tip jar. I was like, I don't believe that. He goes, no, somebody was going to steal our tips and a comedian helped it. I was like, I don't believe a comedian did something for somebody else. And then they said, no, there was this little kid and he was going to take our tips and this comedian beat him up. I believe a comedian beat up a little kid. There's a 50-50 chance he was never going for the tip jar. Do you guys know the voice in your head that is always running and usually criticizing you? Yes. What? just us on this side. Well, I discovered when you start to get a little successful, it doesn't go away. It just changes strategies. Like it used to be, you're a loser, you suck, you'll never amount to anything. And then you start getting a couple things and it's like, they're gonna find out. Everyone's gonna know you're a fraud. You think animals have that voice? You know, like telling them they're a shitty raccoon? Because I'm a shitty raccoon. Do you think, like, in the animal community or kingdom or whatever, like, do you think anybody ever, like, throws anybody a pity fuck? Do you think anyone's like, well, you know, Bobbie's not the alpha buck. He's never gonna win that antler thingy. He's a nice guy. I should go fucking behind that bush.
Isn't like half the people you fucked just because they were not offensive?
People always ask me, do you have jokes about airplane food? I'm like, no, I never had gigs that good. I have jokes about AAA. Taco Bell. Hey, you guys know when you were little kids and these guys built this fort and they put up a sign that says no girls allowed? They produce comedy now. There's so much misogyny in comedy. There's so many like young white dudes doing comedy. I can never tell if I'm watching Comedy Central or American History X. People, it's so hard to give people directions here, like how to go, you know, this cross street and that. And somebody was like, is that the northeast corner of the street? I was like, what am I, Pocahontas? I literally just, all right. One of my biggest pet peeves is when other blondes go, I'm such a dumb blonde. I just want to go, no, you're not. You're just dumb. Don't drag me into it. I'm blonde, I have big boobs and a southern accent. You can imagine how seriously people take me. I feel like when I go on stage and people hear my accent, they want me to be Jeff Foxworthy or Larry the Cable Guy. And then I start talking, they're like, oh my God, she has ideas and opinions. Burn the witch! Get her done. I've been thinking about, I'm going to go on a diet. I've been thinking about losing weight because I want my opinions to matter. And I gained some weight and I was upset and I was like, oh, you know, I should be positive. It could be a tumor. And so I tweeted that and this woman brought me freaking out. She's like, Bobbie, you should not be pro-cancer. You should not wish a tumor on yourself. I was like, okay, obviously, I'm not pro-cancer. Obviously, this is a joke about the pressures on women to be thin in America. But I do kind of hope it's a tumor. So they can just cut that shit out. I really think I would have been like much happier if, in my childhood, if the obesity epidemic had hit sooner. Because I thought I was so fat in high school, and I look at pictures of myself, and I was like, oh, I'm about the size of a small toddler now. I would have fit in there. Don't you hate when you go to a restaurant and you order a Coke, and the waiter brings you a Diet Coke? I'm like, you passive-aggressive motherfucker. It's like he said, well, I'm just saying, if I were you, I'd have the diet. I'm like, well, if you were me, you'd be getting a tip. I was on the Ruby show on the Style Network. It was horrible. And I was telling them, by the way, I was cast to play her friend in a reality show. So I was telling them that I get hit on by guys all the time, because I do. I get hit on by guys all the time. And they're like, guys only hit on skinny girls. I never get hit on guys. I was like, well, maybe it's you. Maybe it's your personality. Maybe you're just a cunt. But I've been working out. I started working out. Wait, a depression spiral counts as well. So I'm on a depression spiral. And I said to Chris one day, I was like, honey, I really think like the only reason I haven't killed myself is because of you. And y'all, he sat me down, he held my hand, and he looked at me and he said, I'll be okay. And it was because I said I worry about you financially. I said I worry about you financially, and he was offended as a man that I used the word financially. So he's giving me the go-ahead to kill myself to make a point. If I kill myself, do I have to make it funny? Because it would be my pleasure. I post a lot of suicide jokes on Twitter, and this woman wrote me and said, I'm unfollowing you for jokes about self-harm. And I was like, look, lady, if you don't want to read a bunch of stuff about suicide, you shouldn't be following a comedian. Men and women, we kill ourselves totally differently, don't we? Don't you when you kill yourself? Totally. Because women, we're worried about the mess. Like, we'll kill ourselves in a bathtub, and we'll leave a mop. And a sponge. You know, and a note that reads, sorry about the mess. And men will just blow their brains out on your wedding linen. Do you think when male and female comedians procreate, the baby just kills itself in the womb? At this point, I figure I'm too old to commit suicide. I can just like wait it out. You know, committing suicide is like waiting tables. You know, at my age, it's just embarrassing. I'm too embarrassed to kill myself. So Chris and I sponsor a child because we're saints. And I got this picture of him in the mail the other day, and y'all, he looks old enough to get a job. I had a job when I was 14. What the fuck? They're not hiring in the Holy Land? And I'm always getting these things like, send your kid an extra present for Christmas. Send your kid an extra present for Easter. I'm like, can I get a less religious child? And special hug day, that's not a thing. And I agreed to sponsor a child. I did, but I did not agree to read a lengthy newsletter about his life every month. If I wanted that, I would talk to my own children. Sally, my best friend Sally, gets Cosmos. Anybody get Cosmos? Good, because she'd be part of the problem. And this sounds like I'm making this up, but swear to God, at her house like 6 months ago, on the cover of Cosmo, it said, 50 secrets to please your man. And one of the secrets was, he wants to finish on your breasts. Okay, first of all, I don't need a magazine to tell me a guy wants to come on my tits. That's not a secret. They usually lead with that. Guys say the grossest thing. You say the grossest things. Why do you say the grossest? This guy was like, Bobbie, your breasts are so pretty. I want to come all over them. Your mouth is so pretty. I want to come all in it. I was like, remind me to never take you to the Getty. The Getty's a museum. They have pretty things there. This guy was like, Bobbie, you're so pretty. I just want to come on your face while I choke you. I said, well, good thing I'm not ugly. What would you do to me then? According to TV, women are obsessed with shoes. Have you seen the like, allegedly women are obsessed with? I don't think women are obsessed with shoes. I think men are obsessed with shoes. Okay? Because men are always like, oh yeah, I like you in those heels. I'm gonna fuck you in those boots. You should wear those roller skates to bed. Women aren't like that, are we? Women aren't like, oh yeah, you should wear those Nikes when you fuck me, daddy. Bring those Adidas over here. Men are so demanding. They're like, you should wear a short skirt and thigh-high stockings and your hair in pigtails. And women are like, you should bathe. One night, this guy on Twitter said to me, you should be really proud of your tits. It's like, well, yeah, they went to grad school. These D's got A's. Have you heard about the hairy stockings? You're supposed to, they put on, make sure like you have hairy legs to ward off sexual harassment. Because obviously the onus is on us to keep the gorillas in their cage. And so it sounds crazy, but I got them, y'all, and they're awesome. Seriously, what happens is the guy opens up his mouth to harass you, and you cram the stockings down his throat. The worst like a charm. I got in a fight with this guy at Sally's birthday party, because that's what I do. And he said, oh, female comedians, all they ever talk about is sex. And male comics never talk about sex. I'm like, have you ever been to a comedy show? Have you ever actually seen comedy? Because 40% of male comics hump the stool. Or use the microphone as their dick. He's like, well, I used to date this comic and all she ever talked about was her pussy. I was like, oh, no, she meant you. For other pussy. So I'm really sick of the, maybe you've heard of the nice guy rant? If you guys have Facebook, you've probably seen, right, the nice guy rant. Some guy will post on his status update, man, bitches don't like nice guys. What's up with all these fucking whores that won't give nice guys like me a break? Bitches don't like that. Well, first of all, you sound swell. Don't know why it's not working out for you. And then you go and look at his Facebook page and he's ugly, and he's not funny, probably has a little dick. You're like, yeah, I'm sure it's the nice guy thing. I'm sure that's what it is. I like nice guys. I love nice, Sally likes bad boys. I like nice guys. Sally's like, well, what about when you were in kindergarten and that little boy liked you, pulled your hair? I was like, even at 5, I knew that was a red flag. I think nice guys get a bad rap because of all these assholes calling themselves nice guys.
Yeah.
Right? We like nice guys, right? Because you know what nice guys do? They text you back. They don't kick you out of a moving vehicle after they come. Nice guys eat pussy. I rest my case. Seriously, get a nice guy and then you can just role play that he's a bad boy. Right? That's why I married a feminist. Because I only let a man who respects me treat me like a dirty little slut. And also, guys, okay, let me just put this out. Guys who want all women to be hot, can I offer you a mirror? Some of you seem to be very confused about your place on the I am so tired of watching fat, ugly male comics go on stage and talking about how they're doing the world a favor fucking chubby girls. Right? I took one for the team. I took one for the team. Look in the mirror, Skippy. You didn't make the team. And like, okay, you know the alpha male that's in your group that gets all the pussy? That every guy wants to be, gets all the pussy? Chubby girls get laid 10 times more than that guy. Okay, trust me, she took one for the team. We get it, guys, we get it. You want us to be thinner. We We want your dicks to be bigger. Can we just agree to disagree? Whenever I hear guys say, does size matter? Does size matter? As long as the size of my ass matters, the size of your dick matters. And here's what I've learned from open mics, okay? Any woman that won't fuck you's a bitch. And any woman that will fuck you's a whore. Here's a tip. You want that bitch to fuck you? Stop calling her a whore. Whenever I hear guys on stage talking about that, I just want to go, I don't know who hurt you, but I know why. Once this guy said to me, Bobbie, I'm just a red-blooded American man. I get turned on when I see a rape scene in a movie. I said, yeah, me too. Let's watch Deliverance. You got a pretty mouth. You guys familiar with the myth women are crazy? Clap if you think women are crazy. They're scared. Okay, people are crazy. Right? People are crazy. Okay. Yes. Women are the kind of crazy that will stalk your Facebook page and drive past your house at 3 o'clock in the morning and see if anyone else's car is there. But men are the kind of crazy that shoot up a school. Yeah. So that Facebook thing just seems quirky now, doesn't it? So the Dalai Lama came out and said that pot is okay. He said that pot is okay. He also said that Dark Side of the Moon sounds awesome on headphones. I'm on medical marijuana to cure my disease of not being high. And if you own a pot pharmacy, don't hire potheads. Seriously, I went to the pot pharmacy the other day. The guy, my bill was $280. I gave him $300. He could not figure out my change. I'm like, just give me my $50 and I'll get out. Somebody said to me, Bobbie, if you quit smoking pot, you'd be rich. It's like, yeah, but who wants to hang out by the pool with no weed? I got arrested for pot once. I did in Arizona. They don't like straight white people either. I was arrested on an Indian reservation by an Indian cop. I was like, why are you enforcing the white man's laws on me? And then last year I went to Boston for a comedy festival and I got busted in a hotel for smoking pot by a security guard. So, and I hear this bang, really loud banging on my door, opened up, this big black security guard. He's like, we smell marijuana in there. I was like, oh, that's okay. It's just because I'm smoking marijuana in here. You'll see the misunderstanding. He's like, you're not supposed to do that, and I'm going to report you. And you're out. I was like, whoa, dude. Why are you enforcing the white man's laws on me? I was in getting high in the Ice House parking lot. Oh, I shouldn't have said the club. Okay, I was getting high in the club parking lot. Whatever. And people will go visit it just to see the spot. And a woman in the dumpster leaned over to me smoking and goes, as if my smoking were impeding on her health. And then she complained that the dumpster wasn't vegan. I recently reconnected with a little boy that I used to be a nanny for when he was a baby. And he said that when he was like 16 and the first time anybody ever smoked pot in front of him, he was like, oh, this is what Bobbie's house always smelled like. Well, at least Bobbie's house didn't smell like crack. So I'm old. Anybody old? Yeah. I'm so old, y'all, I've smoked in a hospital. I'm so old, I have seen an actual douchebag. I'm so old, I've had quaaludes and crabs. I'm so old, I've paid off my student loans. I'm old, people. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm addicted to porn. Anyone? Mary? I'm the only one addicted to porn. And I like kink.com. Anybody ever go to kink.com? Of course. Yeah. And I love kink.com because after, like, you know, the scene where they like tie the woman up and gangbang her and everything, there's always a shot of her at the end going, I had a blast. I'd do it again. Over 18. This is consensual. One time they had a Christian Mingle parody. Did anybody see that? Did you see that, Matt? It was, oh my God. This woman came over for a Christian Mingle blind date and then they gangbanged her. It was so disturbing. It was so hard to masturbate to that thing. I mean, I rallied. But it was hard. And we get Playboy TV. Anybody watch Playboy? Yeah. Discreet freaks. What's the demographic for Playboy? It's like G-rated porn. They're like for the discriminating porn viewer. Like, I've been getting Playboy TV for like 10 years. Not once has anyone ever put a finger in anyone's butt. In 10 years. That's not realistic. And they don't show anal and they don't show cum scenes, but they have just like regular porn movies, and so they just edit the movie, you know. So they'll, you know, like the guys getting ready to come and the girl like get on his, because that's how you come at home, right? That's how we come at home. And so you know the guys getting ready to come and they're like, and then it just stops, just Sopranos. And you're like, well, what happened? Did he come? Damn it, now I'm going to have to read the book. I'm a big fan of spankwire.com. Since Hama turned me on to it. And maybe you've seen this on Spankwire. There are ads that read, ugly girls need dick too. Have you seen that? Ugly girls need dick too. Okay, first of all, the girl on the ad, not even ugly. She's not even ugly. Can you imagine that's the gig you land? Hey, Mom, I'm the new ugly girls need dick too. And you would never see the equivalent of that for men, would you? You would never see, like, ugly guys are looking for pussy in your area. No shit. It's just called life. Don't you hate it when you're flirting with somebody and they're like, oh yeah, I could show you a few things. Oh, I could teach you a few things. Really? What else is there? Isn't sex just like X number of things that could go into X number of places? Isn't that variable finite? Seriously, unless you're going to elbow my taint, I've done it. Actually, I've done that too. I had a sex toy party at my house because I had a panic attack at a little sex shop, and so I decided to buy these things at home. And so you get a free gift, like Tupperware. And so I got this free vibrator, and it was like this giant vibrator, and it had all this stuff going on. It had like ball bearings went around like that, and then there was a tip that went around, and then there was this thing that came up. It was supposed to like hit you, and it never hit me right. And it was like this big industrial vibrator, like it looked like something out of Mad Max. You know, it looked like something Mel Gibson would fuck you with. And it was really loud, and like I felt like every time I I use it, people were like, "Oh, is Bobbie drilling for coal?" Again. My assistant was like, "You sure do go through a lot of batteries." I'm like, "You have no idea." My family's just lucky the smoke detector doesn't work on AA. So he convinced me to switch to rechargeable batteries. So my vagina would have a lower carbon footprint. I know you wouldn't think my vagina would have a footprint, but I'm short. So I'm also addicted to HGTV. I like HGTV. HGTV is like Playgirl, isn't it? You will never see an average-looking dude on HGTV. You will see the frumpiest-looking housewives. You never see an average dude, which made me think there should be a fireman channel. Right, where a dude just like stands there with a hose. And recently on HGTV, this couple bought a second home a few miles away from their first home, so they can be closer to restaurants on the weekend. Yeah, that's not a joke. That's just how my suicide note begins. I can't pay my rent. All right, so the other day on HGTV, this woman requested a Mad Men makeover. So the designer told her to shut up and fix him a drink. I can't watch Mad Men. Whenever Chris watches Mad Men, I'm like, oh, this must be what it's like for black people to watch Roots. I don't fetch a lot of drinks in my house. I'm not a housewife. I'm more of a field wife. Couple more things before I go. You guys have been really awesome. Did you guys hear our friend Courtney Love just came out recently and said that the worst thing you can call a woman is fat? Yeah, I guess shitty mom just rolls off your back after I thought the worst thing you could call a woman was Courtney Love. I'm so tired of slut shaming. Are you guys tired of slut shaming? By the way, guys, most counterintuitive thing you've ever done. To slut shame. I'm so tired of hearing, like, if you're a slut, you're never going to catch a man. You're never going to get married if you're a whore. Yeah. Because why would any man want to marry a woman that likes to fuck? What could possibly be the upside in that? Whenever I hear a man say, my wife will never have sex with me, my wife will never blow me, I'm like, well, you're the one that wanted to marry, good girl. Shit is on you. If you're married to me, you'd be getting your dick sucked right now. Thank you guys.